Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, back with some more StarCraft 2 IMBA League Heroes! Alright, that was a little bit loud, but that is absolutely fine. And anyways, I'm going to be explaining the map, but first I want to introduce our players. Spawning up in the top right side, it is going to be Babyknight. I definitely love that name. And down the bottom left side, it is going to be Core Fruttis. I actually sent out a tweet saying, hey, I need a Terran player, and I need it now, and he answered the call, and is apparently in Grandmaster League, which is actually pretty darn cool. I checked his profile. He is confirmed to be in Grandmaster League last season. I believe the season just reset, so technically he is in Masters right now, but was in Grandmaster last season, so it is going to be a PvT here, and in a standard game, Babyknight would probably be the one I would definitely favor here, just because he has lots of tournament experience, he has earnings, he has a history behind him and all that. But considering that this is IMBA League, then you never quite know what's going to happen, or what is going to happen. The reason I made IMBA League the series is because I loved Bronze League Heroes so much. I wanted to be able to put pro players in similar situations. Obviously, pro players know the game well enough to not be uncomfortable in a 1v1, so we have to spice it up a little bit. So this episode of IMBA League Heroes is brought to you by you guys. So thank you. That was great. Anyways, so this episode, what is different? Well, the only thing that is different in this episode is that you can purchase heroes from your hero production building that we've magically added into the game. A big thanks to the creator. He's been editing all of the IMBA League maps so far, and he has been super helpful. And in the midst of that, he just moved to go to college, and he is still making maps for you guys. So big thanks to him. Gonna put his link down below. He is awesome. And so basically, all of the races, in this case it's going to be Protoss and Terran, have 3 different heroes they can purchase from their hero building. And the hero building itself costs 100 minerals, 100 gas. It unlocks after either barracks or gateway. And the heroes are not evenly matched. So what that means is you can try and go for an early hero that costs less but is not nearly as powerful, or you can try and save up for a more powerful hero and do more damage, say, in the mid and late game. I think that's going to be the building right there. So there's going to be the Citadel of Adun, which is exactly where you're going to be building those heroes. I think I should be able to show you exactly what they do. Babyknight saying Citadel of Adun, ha ha ha. And there it is indeed. And actually, I'm not sure what the Terran one is. I wasn't able to test those out before this game because I got so excited as soon as the map was done. But either way, we'll talk about them as those heroes come out. And also, one more little fact. I want SCW Brood War Zealot's leg speed. My God, right, Babyknight? Oh, God. Yep, exactly. He knows what he's talking about. There's going to be the Academy over here. This is going to be the Terran one where you can purchase those heroes. Now, I want to explain the heroes a little bit better if possible. Basically, the heroes they don't level up, so it's not completely like Warcraft 3, but the idea is to have heroes like in Warcraft 3. And if you guys like this map enough, if you enjoy this type of gameplay, Zettel has, well, I'm going to convince him that we should do more. I don't want to speak for him, but I will convince him to either add more heroes, add leveling to the heroes, or really kind of polish them up. So here we go right here. Here's going to be the first hero for Babyknight, and it is going to be a hero zealot. I'll talk about him in just a second. You can see, yes, there is a Reaver in there. We'll talk about him in just a moment as well. But also, you can only have one hero out at a time until you unlock the next tier. So for Protoss, tier 2 counts as a Twilight Council. So once you have a Twilight Council down, you can actually begin constructing a second hero. And the third one is unlocked by a Fleet Beacon, which I know is a weird tech, but there's going to be the heroes. Look how badass this guy looks, man. He's got double Psy Blades, and looks like Babyknight going to be sending that out already. Now let's talk about his abilities right now. He has something called Psy Charge, which is basically Psy Storm, but you have to charge a unit in order to use it. And hopefully Fruttis actually gets some defense going here. He does have his own hero on the way. He is going to be going for the Shock Trooper here. But let's go ahead and talk about the Zealot here just a little bit. He also has Immortal Shields and 150 HP with that. Let's see if he actually uses the charge right here. And no, he's actually going to go ahead and go straight for the attack. He might actually have to retreat here pretty soon. He does 2-shot Marines, but needs to make sure to keep that guy alive. So he's going to go ahead and back that one out. And here comes the Shock Trooper. We'll talk about him in a second. There's the Storm. Actually manages to land it there. The hero here might actually be able to kill off this guy. And that's going to be it. Keep in mind that he does have an ability that's very similar to Stimpack. Takes him out there. And there you go. You can see Babyknight not too pleased with that. Hopefully he realizes, though, that you can revive them for, I believe, a reduced cost. I haven't played the map too much. But if your hero dies, they can be revived. Wait. Apparently he's back. All right, so he's going to be back right here. Actually, wait. He's got rebirth. That's something I forgot to mention, is that he can actually be reborn when he dies. So the one Marine's right there trying to take him out. Oh, he does get taken out there by the Zealot with the extendo range, and SCVs are going to be pulled off the line here to try and kill that one off. Do not want to let it get surrounded there. It may be able to kill off the SCVs, but at the same time, the Marine here could be joining in to finish that one off. So you can see the Reborn Ancient here, man. There he goes. He's saying, I thought you could only get one, but keep in mind that his rebirth, and there he goes right there. So he is going to scare it out of there. There was just enough Marines there, I believe, to kill it off. Very, very low on HP. So anyways, he has an ability called Zeal, which is basically Stimpack. It does damage to him and all of that. But going to go ahead and retreat back on home with that. And the Shock Trooper going to be reconstructed here. So we're going to talk about him in just a second. And you can see, yep, revive Shock Trooper once it dies. You can also get Shadow Guard and Arclight Prototype, which is an awesome-looking siege tank there. So there he is right there. Let's go ahead and see exactly what abilities he has. He's got the Flashbang, throws a Flashbang grenade, which stuns biological units and deals a small amount of damage to enemies in its area of effect. Pretty cool. He has Stimpack as well. Special Tactics. Oh, Zettel, I see what you did there. Provide the Shock Trooper and nearby allies with a 4-area radius around the Shock Trooper with a passive armor and damage bonus. So you can see right here that they have +1 armor and also extra damage in there. So that is pretty cool right there. The bunker does go down in time for Fruttis. Lots of sentries out for Babyknight. But either way, this guy has an aura that makes his units even better. These are going to be hallucinated ones. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that. So the AI is going to be targeting those Zealots down. But the Zealots are completely fake. The Shock Trooper actually doing really good. Could throw that canister directly on top of these. There's going to be more hallucinations coming up, but the Shock Trooper actually just burning through these, doing lots of damage. These sentries actually unable to hold their own, and the hero is going to go down. I don't think he's going to revive there, and that Shock Trooper, man, throwing his AoE damage is going to hold the line here. Jim Raynor, man, hanging in there. It's not actually Jim Raynor, but either way, there's also Call Down Mercenaries. Drops a mercenary squad of infantry troops at the target location, requires 10 free supply. I actually haven't seen that one used yet, so we'll see if that comes into play here or not. But either way, we are going to be having a third base on the way for Babyknight. We already had the third base completed for Fruttis, but is not going to be able to land that. Oh, just mine revives maybe? Yeah, that is one of his abilities there. That's one of his abilities. And I wish I could talk to them. Unfortunately, I forgot to make myself a thing. But either way, we do have the Zealot on the way. Also, let's talk about some of the other heroes here. We do have the High Matriarch, which is very similar to a High Templar. Can use Storm, Hard Light, and Hallucination. Basically what that is hallucination that do damage. Oh, he actually has the Siege Tank here. There's the Arclight Prototype, and that is such a good siege tank unit. Obviously, you can siege up in artillery mode. It's going to have overclocking. The Arclight Prototype overclocks its components, allowing it to move and attack faster, but deals damage to itself while doing so. Allowing it to move and attack faster. That is so cool. It's basically Stimpack, but he does damage to himself. Energy Shield shields the Arclight Prototype, rendering invulnerable to attacks for 5 seconds. And then he's got Prototype Cannon, which is basically what the Thor used to have with that. But either way, big scan there to take out the Observer. And we do have now the Reborn Ancient completed. We actually should probably see the Reaver on the way pretty soon. There it's going to be, the Warbringer is going to be online pretty soon. Now what the Warbringer does is, number one, its attack is, oh god, that gun. That gun right there is actually terrifying. But either way, does it show the range? No, it doesn't show the range on the siege tank. I'm sure it's pretty similar to regular siege tanks. So, oh, actually, a good timing here. Right when it unsieges, it's ready to go. It's actually kind of stuck in the front right there. But the Zealot, not going to be lasting that long. Force Field's going to buy Babyknight some time. Babyknight is tied in supply here. But keep in mind that this guy, the Shock Trooper right here, has got an awesome AoE effect that is increasing their armor and damage. That is a huge damage boost. Goes for the Marauder as well. He gets the +1 armor, and I think even the Siege Tank, yeah, he gets +2 attack, +1 armor there, and that means that the Medevacs, they don't actually get the armor upgrade from it. But either way, infantry and mech units on the ground are going to benefit from that. Now, also, if you guys like this type of map and it's something you guys actually want to play, I will make it public, and we will also That's a very fast-moving Reaver, by the way. And anyways, we'll also add more heroes and maybe even heroes that like Kerrigan and Nova and all stuff like that. But anyways, let's talk about the Reaver here really quick. Build Scarab. If you guys are familiar with Brood War, it basically you have to create the unit that it shoots, or the ability that it shoots, but it does tons of splash damage. It's also got Protector Shield, creates a range 4 aura that stops incoming ranged missiles, lasts 15 seconds, destroys all missiles on the map when the effect ends. All right, pretty cool stuff there. And, oh, God, here we go. The Reaver's got to be ready to go. Here comes one shot. I don't know if the shot's in there or not. Kind of hard to see exactly if it's going to land those money shots. He's got to shoot it again. Oh, he does do it there. The splash damage, not nearly enough. The Reaver actually gets taken out there. Babyknight's going, what the hell? It didn't do anything. Now, the shots itself are not that great. But, wait, did he actually kill off the siege tank? I think that he did, but they are able to rebuild these rather quickly, so keep that in mind. Only 150 to do it. He was able to kill off the tank, and the Reaver does have abilities, so we can't forget to actually use those. Yes, it has an attack, but it also has abilities that you have to couple with the attack to actually make it do lots more damage. So right now, Babyknight not in great shape, but he does have 4 bases up now, which is going to be pretty good for him. His income actually should be top-notch here. Yeah, he's actually ahead in income, so he should be able to recover here. Even if Fruttis ended up moving out with his army right now, I don't think he could get there in time. As, well, maybe he will. We'll have to wait and see. We do have Archons on the way. No Psy Storm just yet. The Reaver is nearly done. Lots of upgrades on the way here. This is going to be the +2 attack. And we only have 1-0 actually done here. So I don't even know that he needs to ask for mercy at this point. I mean, I know he's behind, but I think he's going to have the hero advantage right now. The siege tank is out of position. And you got to remember, in IMBA League, it's not all about having the most units. It's all about basically adapting your playstyle to what you need it to be for the custom map. So we are going to be having the Nexus come on up. And surprise, wait, did he? Oh, he can't afford the Matriarch, I don't think. Plus, he would have to unlock it by getting the Fleet Beacon anyway, so that's going to be a little bit tough for him. We do have the Scarabs on the way. There's going to be the Scan, the Warbringer, man. He's ready. But anyways, let's talk about these. This reduces incoming missiles. It basically stops them. This one, you can sacrifice the Reaver to do tons of AoE damage, and yes, it does kill the Reaver in the process. And then there's another one that I believe makes it shoot faster and do more damage. We'll have to see once he unloads it exactly what it does. But he is going to try and bring the Reaver over here. Doesn't manage to actually get the shots off. We'll see if the Reavers are able to attack. And I don't think it's actually in range. I think that's why it's getting a little bit confused right there. But there is also Enable Overdrive. The Warbringer transfers enemies to his weapon system, drastically increasing damage output, but draining shields and energy and preventing movement. So basically, it stops it in place, but it becomes a giant photon cannon, is essentially what happens there. We'll see if he actually manages to utilize that or not. It does look like the Zealot's going to chase this out of here. And like I was saying before, Babyknight, he's got a lot of money, and he should be able to warp in giant armies here pretty darn soon, piling on the way to repower that Twilight Council. We'll see if he decides to go for a Reaver drop or not, or exactly what he plans to do with it. But oh my god, there's so many Archon. Zealot's going to be warping in mass. Zealot Legs is done. And are we actually going to be having a third hero here for either player? Yeah, so you have to build a fusion core to get the third hero. That's exactly why Fruttis is going to be going for that. He wants to get out that ghost hero, which is actually great because I want to show it off as much as I possibly can. The High Templar, the High Matriarch, is actually awesome. She has such a cool ability. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully Babyknight's able to muster up enough units here. But one attack, one armor's done. His other upgrades did get delayed, which is no fun for him. But here comes a big army for Fruttis. The supplies now are relatively equal. High Templar do not have Storm just yet, but moments away, and they will. And once again, takes out yet another Observer there. Nice little play. And you can see right now, Babyknight trying to jockey for position. He's got tons of Zealots. It's got to really rely on the Storms, though, to make those Zealots worth it or not, though. 1-1 is done for Fruttis. 2-2. Still a ways away. Oh god, there's going to be the Arcalite prototype, and Energy Shield shields the Arcalite prototype, rendering it invulnerable. We already talked about that. Overclocking makes it shoot much faster, and then of course it can go into regular tank mode here as well. Oh, he's got to be careful here. That tank is ready to go. Apparently that tank also, does it even do splash damage? I'm honestly not sure, but where are the Storms? They need to be coming on up. I think he used feedback on the tank here, and Babyknight's got to try and break down here. Storm free. The Archon's actually going to town on the medevacs. That is a ton of units down there, and keep in mind the majority of them are going to be beefed up by that hero unit. He's somewhere in there. I don't actually know where. And the Reaver, he's got to do it. He has to use one of the special abilities here, trying to micro it as best he possibly can here. And unfortunately, it's a slow-moving Reaver. He doesn't quite know exactly what's happening right there. There goes a big shot. But again, it's not the splash damage that matters. He needs to use one of his abilities here. Should probably pick it up there at the Warp Prism, and he does manage to narrowly save it. and actually has whittled down this army substantially. These Zealots might be able to clean up the rest, especially with 2-2 just around the corner. The Reaver gets taken out. It looks like one of the bases may actually fall. The Zealots down here, though, going to be intercepting all of these reinforcements, so even though the base is going to fall, I don't know if this game is over just yet, because the Zealot count is pretty darn large and is going to be able to kill off several of these units here. But so far, Fruttis doing a great job in keeping mobile with his army, and did end up losing that siege tank, which is quite frustrating. But I think the Reaver is bugged. It does nothing. I think it actually works. You just have to use it completely weirdly. The shots itself don't do all that much. But I'll check it out after this. It is IMBA League after all. I mean, really, if the game doesn't work correctly, then it is what it is. But 2-2 Zealots are what they are, and are going to be chasing this army down. He has another one on the way. I wish I could tell him to, there we go. The Zealots do end up getting taken out, and does he decide to remake that Hero Zealot? That's kind of what I want to know. I want to see the High Matriarch. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not. I mean, he still has a lot of bases, but both these players actually have a lot of bases right now. And taking a look at the units tab here, no heroes actually on the field currently. We have the Reaver. It is apparently spawn blocked right there, so that is that's kind of a pain. I think he blocked it off with one of these pylons here. But we do have the Shadow Guard gonna be on the way. We'll talk about her or him. I can't tell which one's gonna spawn as. It shows a ghost on one side, but we'll see exactly once this one spawns. That poor Reaver is completely stuck there, but unfortunately he is focused on having to defend against this attack that's taking place. High Templars probably want to storm. There they go. Pretty good splits actually from Fruttis. He's got to lose all the High Templar in the process. Archons, though, get morphed in just in time. And where's that hero at? There she is. Oh, look at that. Shadow Guard cloaks all units around here. Also has lockdown. Immobilizes the target mechanical unit for 60 seconds. The lockdown unit cannot move or attack, but can be damaged and repaired. We also have Psionic Burst. Creates a harsh burst of psionic energy that lasts 2 seconds, causing damage to all units in target area. So it's basically an AoE targeted thing. Mind Sap drains all energy from the target, deals 1 damage per point of energy. So basically it's feedback. Gives half of the damage to the Shadow Guard as energy. So it's basically feedback, but it gives you more energy, which is pretty darn cool. Psionic Burst, that's the one we saw, and all these units are going to be cloaked. These High Templar are going to be super confused. Probably wants to storm that if possible, but is unable to. There's going to be better storms right there to kill that off, losing lots and lots of High Templar. Keep in mind, though, Babyknight has so many bases. It's actually kind of disgusting how many bases he has right now. But yeah, the Shadow Guard basically acts as an arbiter, which is going to be able to cloak those units around it. It's a very short range, but keep in mind that in StarCraft 2, units clump up a lot. So hopefully for Babyknight, he's going to have observers on the field. He has one, but it is completely out of position. He's got to storm these, and there's going to be the split on those units. And oh, it actually died, so the cloaking field's got to get taken out here. And all of a sudden, Babyknight is got to be on the offensive here. We'll see if that siege tank unit comes out again, just because that is so powerful. Fleet Beacon got to be on the way, so we may actually see the High Matriarch now, which would be amazing. She has High Psystorm, but also other abilities as well. And did the Reaver ever actually get completed? I think he yeah, it looks like he canceled it. Does he have the Matriarch actually out right now? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He has to get that Fleet Beacon to actually unlock her there. So we'll see if he's actually able to utilize that. There is going to be a drop over here at the 6th base, 7th base. It's kind of hard to keep track anymore. But with the +3 attack, should be able to burn that down quickly. Babyknight trying to get in a position here to defend that. That poor fat Marauder, man. He just wanted to be the cool kid. He wanted to join in the fun. Most likely will get taken out here. And I think he will be able to eat up a lot of these Zealots, but he wants to get out of there safely. And at the same time, actually going to be attacking over here. Oh, God, no! With the missed micro. Those units got to get taken out. That High Templar there feeling like a hero. 9 kills. He has definitely earned that Mentor tag. He's like, hey, High Templar, this is all you have to do is kill everything with storms. I don't see what the big deal is. But right now, we're actually going to be seeing counterattacks take place over here as the multitasking. We're going to see who has the better multitasking capabilities. So far, Fruttis is actually putting up a pretty damn good fight here, to be completely honest. Trying to take out bases left and right while also simultaneously defending his own bases. And definitely need to continue getting those heroes out if possible. Lots of Ghosts going to be on the way, though, for those EMPs. He's realizing lots of Zealots, lots of High Templar, and lots of Archons. One spell is the way to beat those, and that's lots of EMPs. So many Zealots going to get taken out here as well. He could go, God, for the Matriarch right there. I want to see it. It's such a fun unit. Such a fun hero unit, too. But either way, 12 Ghosts going to be on the way for Fruttis. Probably just going to be blanketing this army in storms. And I think that either of these players... Well, actually, there are 2 heroes out now for Fruttis. He does have the Siege Tank. Once again, that's going to be showing up here. And it does 20 damage, which is pretty awesome. And also, he has the Shock Trooper, which is helping all of his troops around him. So remember that all those units around that Shock Trooper have additional attack. The Zealots over here trying to take down this planetary. Might actually get it if he doesn't end up repairing it. There he goes. Now he should be able to save this planetary. There are enough repairs there, I believe. There's going to be a big scam, but also big EMPs. Can he actually kill them off, though? The army was not there in order to reinforce it, so even though the EMPs landed, I don't know if it's going to be enough. The High Templar there will get taken out. No energy or shields left on him, but here we go. Does the Siege Tank decide to siege up right now? Actually, could just go for straight on attacks here, as the prototype just does so much damage. There are still a couple Zealots over there finally getting cleaned up here. It does look like Babyknight now on the retreat. This is actually a surprisingly close game overall. Babyknight running into that choke point, not an ideal location to be. He's got to try and warp in more units here, but these units are so heavily buffed. You can see plus 1.65, plus 2.3 armor on those units. They are just not getting taken out, as that Shock Trooper, man, doing just that, making that army look shockingly good. It was a solid pun. I'm going to stick with it. But more Zealots going to be warping in right here. I don't know if Babyknight can actually deal with this, although the Shock Trooper is separated from the army, so he's going to kill that off. And remember, it's more than losing the Shock Trooper. It's also losing the shields, or excuse me, the armor and the extra damage that it provides. So that is kind of a big deal right here. And lots of explosions going down. And can this land a storm? Tries to throw one down. Does a little bit of preliminary damage. And there we go. We do have the High Matriarch. I want to talk about her a little bit. Ascension ascends the High Matriarch into a state of pure psionic energy. Destruction follows. So she basically becomes a unit that can attack, does tons of AoE damage. It's actually really, really cool. Also has one called Unity. Creates a range 3 aura that adds additional 50 shields to nearby friendly units. Lasts 15 seconds. So basically, that's an ability that makes your army last longer. Hardened hallucinations, not really that great in the late game. But it summons a couple of hallucinations that actually do damage, and also does have Psionic Storm here. So we'll see which one he decides to use. It might just go for Storm just because it's easier. Oh no, the EMPs, the Matriarch all of a sudden can't do anything. Can't use the hallucinations either, and Fruttis saying that flank manages to intercept it there and scare it away. Lots of EMPs coming up. I feel like he EMP'd his own army. But either way, I think that Babyknight running out of options right now, as this game not going his way, his heroes not being that useful right now, and I think that's got to be it. I think Fruttis able to make it happen. I will have to show you off the Reaver. He has such cool abilities. He basically has the Mothership ability that reduces incoming missiles, which would have been great versus the Marauders, but there's got to be the GG. Fruttis is your winner, but really it is IMBA League for a reason. There may be some balance tweaks that need to take place, but either way, absolutely awesomeness happening right there. So yeah, big thanks, guys. I'm going to put their Twitters down below, so go tweet at them, tell them thank you for playing in IMBA League. If you want them to keep playing, just go show them a little bit of love. Lots and lots of fun to be had here, guys. Give the video a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, then just give it a like anyways. I mean, really, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, you might die, but I mean, other than that, that's no big deal. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Let me know down below also what you would like to see next in IMBA League.